sur les années.
C'était le billet d'entrée au Nana, la croix de Saint-André. Henrique Djangatembe.
Yeah, welcome back. Yesterday's stampede at the south entrance of the Lumbi Stadium actually left 8 people dead, while some 38 others are receiving treatment in different medical facilities in Yaoundé. And we are getting reports from our Central Bureau correspondent, Beatrice Ngamu, who comes back to the unfortunate incident that happened in Olimbe.
Mesasi dispensary yesterday night, very crowded during and after the match between Cameroon against the Comoros at the Lumbe Stadium, as the population wanted to see if they know any of the dead or wounded transported to that health facility following a stampede at the south entrance of the stadium. Inside this ambulance are 8 corpses being transported to the Yaoundé Emergency Center. About 40 others, injured cases taken to some 4 hospitals in town. The unexpected drama started at around 7 p.m. when football fans heard that the Indomitable Lions are already inside the stadium and entry ends in 5 minutes. Enough to incite fear of not watching it live. After long hours of wait, they resorted to total disorder. The crowd started shouting that they want to watch the match. And a few seconds later, I can't say what happened as I only got up here at this dispensary. He is one of the survivors. This other said indiscipline was high. Some were saying push, 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 and since the number of police officers were inferior to the population, they slightly gave way, and the persons in front fell on the ground. They stampede as others just walked on them. Many others resorted to all means available to get inside, with blames thrown here and there. Tragic indeed, despite the 2-1 win of the Indomitable Lions. In a release signed yesterday night by government spokesperson and communications minister, Rene Emmanuel Sadi said adequate health care will be given the wounded as inquiry into the tragic incident has been opened. The appeal for Cameroonians to exercise some sense of discipline, responsibility and civic behavior was also hammered. Very necessary to reduce drama as far as the success of this AFCON 2021 is concerned.
Well, thanks, Beatrice Ngamu. And government spokesperson, like you said, Rene Emmanuel Sade, has actually said that there were 8 people who died and 38 others were seriously injured and are receiving medical assistance in some facilities in the country. In the meantime, the minister actually called for civic responsibility and civility while extending condolences to the bereaved families. And Cameroon's 2-1 victory against Comoros Island has raised a lot of controversy, with some commentators complaining Comoros Island was on a disadvantaged position, and as Comoros feel cheated, supporters of the Indomitable Lions have maintained that the Lions actually put up a good show and deserve their victory. Regina Leketandak.
The encounter between Cameroon's Indomitable Lions and the Comoros national team was exactly not a clash of titans, but will probably go down in the AFCON 2021 history as one of the most contested matches. Weakened by COVID-19, with almost the entire team tested positive, a defendant-turned-goalkeeper, and an early red card, the Comoros team played on the disadvantage. After the 2-1 defeat by Cameroon, Comorans were quick to criticize the turnout of events. They invented all sorts of new regulations, gave us an unjust red card, but at the end of the day, we have demonstrated that we are not just a small country. We can be small in size, but we are not small in talent. No matter what happened, we support our country and we are very proud of our nation, Comoros. My respect for Comoros. They didn't deserve to lose. They did their best and put up a great performance, but were disadvantaged. But fans of the Indomitable Lions have maintained Lions put up a good performance.
Je les vois en finale.
I see Cameroon at the finals. Why not winning the trophy? With the performance they put up, we are confident.
En fait, c'est ce qu'on veut. On a confiance en nos joueurs.
I see Cameroon getting to the semi-finals. We are confident in our players. We won 2-1 and we are a bit relieved. We are confident and we're heading for the finals to win the trophy.
Nous serons toujours la victoire.
Nos joueurs nous donnent la force et la joie.
Our players give us courage and joy with the way they played. They made us happy.
Donc le pays est en joie.
With a 2-1 defeat, Cameroon has earned a ticket to the quarterfinals and will clash with Gambia on Saturday for a spot in the semi-finals.
Meantime, Gambia has actually moved up to the quarterfinals after beating Guinea-Bissau 1-0. Monique Naousi.
Yes, Enrique John Atembe, après l'incendie survenu dimanche dernier à Lévis, un lieu de loisirs. 24 heures après, on enregistre un autre au Maryland, Stock Bar situé à Titi Garage à Yaoundé. L'incident s'est produit dans l'après-midi de lundi 24 janvier 2021. Voyons cela avec ce reportage d'Arsène Keigné et de Bertrand Tassé.
Il est environ 17 heures lorsque les arcs de feu couvrent encore sur les décombres ce snack bar nommé le Maryland. Ici, au lieu du Titi Garage, non-lieu du stade omnisport de Yaoundé. Les sapeurs-pompiers sont à pied d'œuvre pour circonscrire les flammes. Pour le moment, nous ignorons les causes de ce drame sous les yeux impuissants des populations riveraines. La proximité de ce café avec le stade omnisport de Yaoundé-Fandena rajoute à des frayeurs ressenties ici 24 avant le match des huitièmes de finale devant mettre aux prises Maroc et Malawi.
Eh bien, après cette succession d'incendies enregistrés dans la capitale politique à Yaoundé, nous nous sommes rendus dans différents lieux de loisirs à Douala pour apprécier le dispositif sécuritaire en cas d'incendie. Voyons cela avec les images de Thierry Nana montées par Vincent Kaga.
Ces allées et venues constituent des voies d'évacuation en cas d'incendie. Ce snack bar à Bonamoussadi, bâti sur 240 mètres carrés, a prévu 2 portes de sortie à l'intérieur et aux escaliers.
Ce n'est pas une maison qu'on a prise et puis qu'on a essayé de rafistoler. Elle a été conçue pour la discothèque. C'est justement la raison pour laquelle nous avons mis sur pied tous ces ensembles d'issues de secours, parce que avant, nous avons pensé une maison qui doit abriter un si grand nombre de personnes doit forcément avoir des issues pour pouvoir permettre qu'à un moment donné, s'il y a un incident, que les gens puissent sortir d'un point à l'autre.
À cet autre endroit, reconstruit après un incendie qui a tout cramé, les fenêtres font partie des issues de secours.
En haut, il y a 2 passages, le côté droit et le côté gauche. Donc quand vous êtes en haut, certains gens peuvent descendre à droite, d'autres peuvent descendre à droite, à gauche. Et le bas, c'est la même chose. Il y a une sortie par devant et une sortie qui va sur la rue de derrière. Oui. Et ici, même si c'est bloqué par les fenêtres, on peut toujours sortir. Nous avons des fenêtres qu'on n'a pas fait, des antivols, qui peuvent permettre qu'on ouvre comme ça et tous les gens sortent de partout.
Même le système électrique est à prendre en compte pour limiter la propagation du feu.
La cabine a été construite que s'il y a une flamme, ça reste à l'intérieur. Aucune flamme, ça peut brûler ici sans qu'aucune flamme ne sorte. Même sans qu'un ne ressente même qu'il y a quelque chose ici à l'intérieur.
Habitué des feux d'artifice pour des moments de loisirs, l'incendie dans la boîte de nuit Leaves à Yaoundé fait frémir.
Nous utilisons les feux d'artifice, mais avec ce qui arrive à Yaoundé, je pense qu'on peut revoir la manière d'utiliser cela.
Snack et boîte de nuit étouffent de monde la nuit tombée. Un agencement de facteurs en fait, un cocktail Molotov explosable à tout moment.
Another fire, Enrique John Atembe?
Yes, another fire, and this time it's a blistering one that actually reduced to ashes. A popular bar that is situated at the source in the neighborhood. It is known as the Maryland Snack Bar. In fact, the fire incident is supposed to have been ignited through a cooking process, as we have details from our Yaoundé Bureau correspondent, Beatrice Nkabo.
It was at around 5 p.m. Monday evening that Maryland Snack Bar situated at Titi Garage in between Omispor and Esos went on fire. Wildfire that engulfed the whole building, claiming all in place. Information had it that It was during the course of preparing a command, a meal in the kitchen, that the fire sparked and spread. And in a twinkle of an eye, flames has engulfed the whole building. Alerted, the firefighters arrived at the scene, but the wildfire had already done its worst. Though fortunately, no one died in the process. This was shown announcing the worst that happened later in the night outside the Olembe Stadium, claiming 8 lives, leaving about 40 injured. Over 24 hours after the Leaves nightclub fire that roasted many persons, leaving injured cases also. Yaoundé, the political capital of Cameroon, at the heart of so many.
Well, very unfortunate there. And we're back in Douala, where Sawa chiefs of Douala 4 have actually taught some schools in the area and empowering students on the need to be able to of the World African and African Descendants Cultural Day. Regional Leketanda reports.
They are Sawa chiefs of the Vuri division. In line with the World Day for African and Afro-Descendant Culture, January 24th, these traditional rulers have taught some schools in the Douala 4 municipality to sensitize students on the importance of valorizing their culture. From Lycée Bonasama to Lycée Bonaberi and Lycée Polyvalent, the traditional rulers had one message.
We
as traditional rulers have the obligation to preserve our culture, and we are using the occasion of the International Day of the African Culture to sensitize our children. Every Cameroonian child has to be proud to be Cameroonian. Fin de traduction. At school campuses, teachers and administrators could be seen beautifully dressed in their traditional regalia. After the sensitization, students appreciated the initiative.
I learned that it is important for all the Cameroonians to know how to speak their language. And I learned that it is every 24th of January. It is the National Day of the African culture.
Nous devons apprendre à parler nos langues maternelles et à valoriser nos cultures africaines. Les chefs nous ont aussi expliqué que si
I have learned that it is important for us to learn to speak our mother tongue and valorize our African culture. The chiefs also told us, if we abandon our culture and our language, we will not leave any legacy for ourselves. Set aside by UNESCO in 2019, the World Day of the African and Afro-Descendant Culture is aimed at celebrating the many vibrant cultures of the African continent and African diaspora.
Well, thanks, Regina. We'll come back to these. The non-respect of safety practices in snacks and in some nightclubs have actually led to very disastrous incidents in the past few days, as you are telling us. But then, I'm glad this went down to Daido, that is in one of the very hot spots in Cameroon's economic capital, to find out if the management of these special joints have actually put in safety measures in case of a fire outbreak.
These are exits, escape routes, and emergency doors that open easily in some snack bars in Douala, Cameroon. Management of these leisure sites emphasize this emergency plan is aimed at preventing loss of lives in case of fire incidents.
In Douala, up, we have a 2 entrance to go up, 2 entrance to come down. So even the window, we have not put the protector, we put just the window with the glasses, in case if there's a problem. If people have much in the hall, some they can go down by the left and the right, then some can even pass through the window to go out of the place.
C'est pas une maison qu'on a prise et puis qu'on a essayé de rafistoler. Elle a été conçue pour la discothèque.
This place was set up for a discotheque, and all safety measures were taken. Here at First T, we have 2 exits at the top and 2 exits at the ground floor. We equally have fire extinguishers that can be used in the case of a fire incident. At this snack bar, These windows without protectors equally serve as escape route for customers and employees in case of a fire incident at the ground floor of the business site. Fire extinguishers placed on strategic corners and separate electricity compartments to prevent spread of flames constitute parts of the security mechanisms.
The technical department for the electricity, they construct in the way that even there's a fire, the fire will only remain there because they make it with a dull. So how they don't call, so they put the cement, all over is cement.
A majority of these snack bars and occupancy assemblies are usually without an escape route, reason why the impact of a fire incident is usually disastrous, just like the Yaoundé fire incident on Lee's snack bar in Bastos that led to scores of deaths and several others in critical conditions.
Well, thanks very much, Ambo Gladys. A three-day food festival is currently unfolding in Cameroon's political capital, Yaoundé, where a variety of Cameroonian meals and delicacies have been showcased during this period of the African Cup of Nations. And this is the initiative of the Ministry of Tourism and Leisure to actually showcase, or rather, provide to visiting delegations what Cameroon can offer when it comes to gastronomy. Hyacinthe Chia.
Cutting of the symbolic ribbon by Minister Bello Boba Maigari of Tourism and Leisure, marking the start of the food festival here at the Bois Saint-Anastasie in Yaoundé. The 3 days event, coming at the heart of the ongoing Total Energies African Cup of Nations, is an opportunity to showcase the rich Cameroonian meals.
It's an excellent coincidence that this festival is starting when we have in our country AFCON 2021, which means that not only the millions of Cameroonians will come and taste our cuisine, but also the countries which are represented here during the AFCON 2021 will come and appreciate the variety, the taste of Cameroonian cuisine.
The diverse dishes of the 4 cultural zones, as well as the specific meals of the 10 regions, to be served by the visiting delegations.
Nous avons déjà tout ce que le Cameroun regorge.
We have all the Cameroonian meals. We have 10 regions, and each of the regions is highly represented here by their meals in abundance. Even the meals that are little known, we have them here available. I think our visitors, Cameroonians and foreigners, those who have not had the opportunity to tour Cameroon like myself, they shall not be disappointed here. We have all for them.
Le tour du Cameroun comme moi ne vont pas être déçus.
The opening ceremony this January 24th was also an occasion to award prizes to winners of an earlier organized tea race.
Well, thanks very much, Hyacinthe Chia, reporting there from Yaoundé. Monique, we are moving right down to the south region of the country, and you are telling us that it's still another unfortunate incident after an accident claimed lives.
Effectivement, Henrique Jean Atembe, c'est un accident de plus causé par un vieux camion à Ekombité à Ebolova, ce qui porte à 4 cas d'accident en un laps de temps et au même endroit. La ville d'Ebolova souffre de ces camions vétustes et en mauvais état qui circulent dans cette ville et met en danger la vie des citoyens de la ville d'Ebolova. Ambroise Fouguet.
Convoyé et à vivre à l'ue 20 tonnes de bois mal arrimés dans un rond-point, le plus souvent en klaxonnant pour s'ouvrir le passage, la cadence de ces engins, coursiers de sable toujours pressés, bien que chargés à casser, la scène devient presque banale à Ebolova. Lorsque les camions, vieux pour la plupart, sont de sortie, c'est l'insécurité garantie. Voici encore une mécanique de la mort propulsée notamment vers les maisonnés. Les habitants des comités semblent sous un regard bienveillant.
La scène se passe aux environs de 5h30, là où je vois comment la voiture a dérapé. J'étais obligé de prendre la fuite. C'est quelques minutes après que je me rends compte que la famille est encore dedans. J'étais obligé de revenir, donc faire sortir la famille. Elle était obligée de sortir par la fenêtre. Mais on a juste eu la chance, Dieu merci, parce que nous sommes quand même vivants.
Ce sont tous ces engins-là qui causent la mort. Ce sont des engins de la mort. Les accidents sont dus au camion. camions qui transportent le sable.
Les jeunes des Bolos vont raison lorsqu'ils disent en voyant le 4e tonneau à ce même endroit en moins de 2 ans que certains chauffeurs ont le cœur gros comme le camion.
Il ne se passe pas un mois sans qu'on ne vive un accident ici. Et parfois des accidents mortels. Nous, on ne dort pas profondément.
Les camionneurs cultivent le bonheur pour leur famille, ils préservent la vie des autres et la vie de leur famille. Quand ils vont se surpasser, il y aura le succès dans leur travail et ils auront la possibilité d'avoir les successeurs dans leur famille.
L'incivisme des camionneurs, c'est à croire qu'il est encadré. Comment sinon expliquer que cette teuf ait des attestations de visite technique pour ceux qui en ont?
Il en est de trop.
Nous avons failli oublier la débrouillardise. Cet argument marche prodigieusement dans d'autres secteurs, mais dans le secteur des transports, la débrouillardise conduit inéluctablement toujours au drame.
Eh bien, la principale information du jour, c'est cette conférence de presse que va tenir le président de la CAF dans quelques minutes. Ce sera à Yaoundé avec nos équipes, nos envoyés spéciaux qui sont déployés. Vous aurez plus d'amples informations à 19h10. Le journal du soir, présenté par Alain Ghislain Kanga. Cet après-midi, au stade Japoma à Douala, vous aurez la rencontre opposant la Côte d'Ivoire à l'Égypte. Ce sera à 17h précisément. Les billets sont vendus depuis 13h dans toutes les mairies d'arrondissement de la ville et au centre d'état civil de Japoma, précise le délégué régional à la sûreté nationale du littoral dans un communiqué. Par ailleurs, il précise que le stade de Japoma sera ouvert de 13h à 17h. Mesdames, Messieurs, c'est la fin de ce journal bilingue sur Canal 2 International. Merci de nous avoir suivis. Enrique Djangatembe, good day.
And good day. We want to thank you for having watched this edition of the 1 p.m. news, in which we got information that, the CAF's president, Patrice Motsepe, will be by now granting a press conference to rest the dust on the very unfortunate incident that occurred at the Olympic Stadium yesterday. Meantime, Côte d'Ivoire versus Egypt is the lineup for today's encounter at the Yapoma Stadium. From all of us, goodbye.